The British Open tees off overnight. You can find it on Peacock, and it'll end up on NBC. And Mike Barton is with us. Murph Barton. He's live outside of the look at that. It looks like you're outside the clubhouse over there at Philly Country Club, but you're at home, and you're here to handicap the British Open, another major, another chat with Murph. Some of the big storylines. The one thing that jumps out to me, and I want you to help me figure it out a little bit, Shane Lowry and Rory McIlroy, both Irishmen, right? They're two best friends. And is this the course they played on growing up?
No.
Okay.
I think they played in some events here. They're both from Northern Ireland and certainly played some junior events here. But Rory grew up at a course called Hollywood, I think.
Okay.
But they're going to be big-time fan favorites here. There's, I think, Shane Lowry. They have a giant mural of him painted on a building right outside the gates to the club. And there'll be a lot of pressure on Rory to win here.
So Lowry won, right, in 2019.
He
and I
did.
guess Rory shot, like a 79 in the first round?
It was one of the most disappointing rounds of golf I've ever watched.
So how important is this for Rory when you think about, that huge win, earlier in the spring and then a little bit of a fall off?
I don't think it's that important. I don't feel like there's the weight of the world on him like there has been in the past after winning the Grand Slam. I think it's all gravy now. I'm sure he wants to win. I'm sure the crowd will be behind him. But I, as a fan, don't feel that same pressure that I've felt on him in the past. Like in 2019, when he triple bogeyed the first hole, everyone was like, oh, here we go. Like, I don't think that would happen this year.
Now, do you remember in July of 2019, had you gotten engaged to Megan yet or not? At the time of the British Open?
No, I don't think so. I think it was maybe in September.
It was like right after, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
But you're much better at that than I am. It was in that ballpark.
I think it was. For some reason, I remember that. Scotty Scheffler, a little philosophical, talking to the media earlier this week. What did you make of some of those comments? I don't know this dude. Like, I don't watch golf like you, but he was very reflective.
I thought it was awesome, man. I really thought it was cool. I think he's a super religious guy. I think puts that front and center in his life. And you and I have had these deep conversations before. There's only one way to fill the void in your soul, and that's God. And that's what a lot of people believe. Money, success, all those things. As soon as you achieve it, you just want more. And I think that's all Scotty's saying. He's just saying, he works incredibly hard to win a golf tournament, and then he enjoys it for a day, and then he's just like, oh wow, okay, now I gotta get back on the grind and go try to win another one. It's not as satisfying, I guess, as he thought it would be as a kid, grinding for hours and hours to be the best he could be. And I think most people can relate to that.
It's very fair, like his assessment of it, and somebody from the outside who doesn't know what it's like to win anything of that magnitude. He's like, it lasts for 2 minutes. And then you're on to the next thing. It was really cool.
Right. It is very cool. And I've seen a lot of people come out on Twitter, a lot of big business people and other athletes saying they totally relate to what Scotty's saying. Like it's all about the journey, You got to enjoy the journey more than the actual pinnacle of success.
They enjoy the ride, Murph. That's what they say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So long ride for Scheffler over there. Playing links courses is something, just reading about the tournament this morning, that typically he has, I don't even want to say struggled with because it's all relative, but hasn't played with as much success as he has in America. Does that factor in playing a links course this weekend? Like where do you see him going with that in his way?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. He has the game. He's the best golfer in the world by far. He can win this tournament. Nobody would be surprised if he won, but he does not have a ton of experience playing links golf. He came in, he had a top 10 last week at the Scottish Open. If you watched it at all, he was like beside himself, frustrated on the greens. He could not read the putts, but his bad stuff is still a top 10. which most guys would kill for that. So, I think he's one of 5 guys that have to be the heavy favorites to win this week.
So this course, what, Royal Portrush, right? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
So who's has an advantage playing on this course? If you could pick a couple guys that you're looking at saying, okay, this sets up well for them.
It's hard to say. I don't think that this is a course that really favors the Bombers. It's not a super long course, so I think everybody will be in play. I think short game is at a premium at all Open Championships. They're expecting some wind, which I think is cool. So I think that guys with a super high ball flight like Bryson DeChambeau will struggle. When it's windy, you want to try to flight your ball lower, and DeChambeau has not shown the ability to do that. So I think honestly, it brings in if it is windy, I think it brings in probably 30 to 40 guys that could win the golf tournament, which I think is great and fun as a fan.
What does rain do to this weekend? Because they're expecting a lot of rain today.
I don't think rain affects that much. I don't think golfers mind playing in the rain. They hate the wind because they like to know where if they hit a shot, they want to feel confident that it's going to go where they want it to go. And the wind just makes that impossible. The course is over there. The ground is weird. It's different than it is over here. Over here, when it rains, everything gets super soft. It doesn't seem to quite soften up as much over there. Like the fairways are hard. The greens are hard. So I'm not too concerned about what the rain does.
Xander Schauffele won, obviously, this tournament last year. He also won the U.S. Open last year. He's been dealing with a rib injury. Has that hampered his play this calendar year? Has that really affected him and his ability to win?
I don't know. He doesn't talk about it much. He hasn't had a great year for him. I mean, he's still having a pretty good year by PGA Tour standards, but he's hitting the ball great. His numbers off the tee, his approach numbers are all really good, which you would think if he had a rib injury, that would be what suffered. It's around the green where he's struggling, and he's historically been a great putter, and he has not been putting great. So he's a guy that I just don't know how to handicap because he's so good. If he gets hot with the putter this week, he could easily win. But if he continues to play like he has been, I don't expect him. He could top 20, but I don't think he'll win.
Who's the favorite in your mind to win this tournament?
You don't
know?
John Rahm. Love John Rahm this week.
Do you love the odds, or do you just love him coming into this tournament?
I think John Rahm's going to win this golf tournament, and I do like the odds. He's 9-1, so I'm definitely putting some money on that.
All right, after Rahm,
John Rahm's come in top 10 the last 3 majors. He has not won an Open Championship. He wants it bad. It's by far the most prestigious event on his calendar. I think he wants the career Grand Slam. He's got to get this in the PGA to get that done, and I think he will get it done in his career. He's had success at Portrush. He's had success in Open Championships. He just hasn't won, and he's coming in playing great golf. I think it's his time.
So after Rahm, who do you like as a favorite?
A little bit further down the odds board, but I like Tyrrell Hatton. He's been playing really well, had a great finish at Oakmont. He kind of had a couple bad breaks at the end. He plays well over there. He's from England. He's very familiar with links golf. He just won a live event in Dallas, I think maybe, or he top 5, I forget. But he's coming in playing really good golf, and he's in my mind, he has the talent to be a major champion. So I think there's a good chance he'll be in the top 5. And then I love Tommy Fleetwood. He just fairway Jesus. He frustrates bettors because he's top 10 more than anybody without a win. He's always right there. And I'm of the philosophy in golf, especially if you keep giving yourself opportunities, if you keep hanging around the basket, you're gonna get over the line one of these times. And this setup, it just sets up really well for Fleetwood.
You mentioned Oakmont before we talked about Fleetwood. What the hell's the story with that guy that got banned from Oakmont for the guy who trashed his locker?
Oh, did he get banned?
That's what I just saw the story this morning. What the hell happened? What did the guy
Oh,
do?
that's great. He's such
Yeah.
a spaz, man. Wyndham Clark, he's just like a real hothead. He won the U.S. Open at L.A. Country Club a couple years ago, and that's all the media narratives were like how he had controlled his temper, and he has a new woman that mental coach, and she had brought him over the edge and taught him to deal with his emotions. And that is incredibly weak that he went into Oakmont, one of the like most historic, beautiful golf clubs in the world, and trashed his locker. I mean, he should be banned. I thought the PGA Tour should have suspended him. I think. I mean, that's just ridiculous behavior.
Why did he do that? Was he just upset with himself? Upset with his own play?
He's super hard on himself. He
Okay.
spazzes out all the time. He hits a couple bad shots and he's like out of the tournament because he can't handle himself.
Yeah. It'd be great to get him on the fourth dimension, huh? See what he has to say.
He's like Hagen.
I smashed my golf locker. I'm not allowed back. All right. Let's talk about the live guys. 19 guys. That's a record. Live guys playing in a major, at least according to what it says right here. Who has the best shot out of the live golfers outside of Rahm? You said Rahm.
I love Rahm and I love Hatton.
Okay.
Joaquin Neiman's a great player and has been playing really well in live. He just has not come through in majors. A lot of people have been expecting him to have success for the last 2-3 years, and he just hasn't done it. So if he won this tournament, I would not be surprised, but I'm not going to bet on him. He needs to show me something before I'm willing to put him on my card. I like Patrick Reed, too. I'm a huge Patrick Reed fan. The numbers show that short game's at a premium at the Open Championship, and Patrick Reed's just got hands of gold. It would not surprise me at all to see him in contention. He's also been playing very well. He had a good showing at the Masters, and apparently he's been playing well on live. Other than that, I don't know, like Koepka, DJ, guys like that. I'm not into DeChambeau, like I said, because of his ball flight. He has not played well at links golf. Koepka, another dude. Like if he won, I wouldn't be surprised, but he just hasn't shown us anything. I don't know if he's hurt. He's just not near top form.
Any other long shots down the board that you've seen, like all the way down, that you really like?
Yeah, I do. I put money this morning on two guys that I really like. I got Cam Young at 80-1. Cam is a frustrating golfer as well because he's super talented. Everybody's waiting for him to break through and get a big win. He has had some really good showings at Opens in the past. He's been playing good golf this summer. I just love the 80-1 number. And then a guy named Ryan Fox, who's from over there, a lot of links experience. He's won 2 times. He won the Canadian Open this year, and he won another event. I can't remember which one. But he's really coming in playing best golf of his career, and he's 90-1. So I think he has had success at Port Rush too. I think in 2019 he played well there. So I'm going to throw a couple bucks on both those guys. I like the odds.
Very good, very good. Okay, let's talk about the coverage. As a viewer, as someone like you that's, will not miss this stuff, how does the time change affect, you in your ability to consume this tournament?
It's kind of a bummer. I mean, they've done a better job. They play these guys. I think these guys finish their rounds at like 9:00 at night over there. So it'll be on it'll be wrapping up at 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, my time. So that's doable. And I'm an early riser, so I kind of enjoy like Thursday and Friday. I'll wake up at like 5 and, watch a couple hours before I head to work.
Yeah.
So in some ways I enjoy it. It's certainly not prime time like most of the events, but it's not brutal.
All right, the broadcast team. I like these guys, man. Dan Hicks, Mike Tirico, Terry Gannon. Obviously, we're talking about NBC. Brad Faxon, Steve Sands. Are you happy with this group? Do you like the NBC guys?
Totally, they're great. I'm not as much of a connoisseur of that as you are, but I really like Dan Hicks and Tirico. They're great. Nance is always going to be my favorite, but these guys are great as well.
Can we talk about, just for 2 seconds, because I'm obsessed with this guy, Terry Gannon, okay? Like, from Chicago. He played on Jimmy V's 83 team, was like a key member, like coached for Jimmy V. Then he gets into broadcasting as like an analyst. Then somebody's like, hey, let's let him do play-by-play. He's worked the Olympics. He's covered the NBA. He's now doing the NBA again with NBC. Like, 61 years old. He looks like he's 40. Like, yeah. Can I please come back as this dude? Like, amazing.
He's a stud.
He really is, dude. And I think he's the most underrated broadcaster like out there right now, as far as like what he's accomplished as an athlete and his versatility now as a play-by-play guy.
Agreed. He's awesome. Yeah.
All right, last one for you. We have Kara Banks doing the interviews this week. Are you familiar?
I know the name, but I can't put the name with the face.
Okay, well that screws us up because I needed you to pick between Banks and Balionis. And
I'm a huge Balionis fan, man. She's she's on my TV screen. Seems like every week because I watch golf every week. I love Balionis, so I don't even know who Kara Banks is. Oh no, I do know who Kara Banks is. I do.
She's married to the guy Ollie Banks.
I know who she is. Sorry, Balionis.
Yeah,
although
Balionis.
I do like Kara Banks as well.
Yeah, she's married to the guy, the principal owner of the Live golf team, the Majestics.
Okay.
Whatever the hell that means, but she's
good.
Balionis is great because Nance is so proud of her and her progress. He just loves it, right?
He is.
There really is a father-daughter thing there. I think he loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she is great.
All right, Mike Barton, let's let you get out. You're playing golf this morning. Tell our good friends Tony Hayden and Andrew Addy we all said hello, okay?
Will do. Thanks for having me.
All right, great job, dude.
See you, man.